Hey guys, Chickadee Maine, aka Deboo, Deboo.com with the Deboo.com Surf Forecast Update. This forecast update effective around 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Wednesday, September 24th, 2014. And guys, here's that video that we promised you yesterday. Been holding off just a little bit because no sooner than we posted yesterday, models started backing down a little bit on this area of low pressure that we're going to be watching trying to develop this weekend northwest of Bermuda. They're still showing some low pressure there, but not as favorable as what they've had in previous runs. But here's what we're going to be looking at. Here's a still image for you. We've got some convection over South Florida and an open wave here just east of the Bahamas and an upper level low that's kind of spinning over here southeast states that's helping push this convection up towards the Outer Banks. Models have been forecasting that an area of low pressure is going to develop here, a small area, and get up on the mid-Atlantic coast and then drift out over into the Atlantic and try and set up shop just northwest of Bermuda. Latest model runs now, they're wanting to break it down and maybe drift it off just a little bit further. But here it is in motion now, and you can see that the general flow is from the south to the north to the Outer Banks up in here. And here's this upper level low or area of low pressure that's off the southeast states that's taking what's over Florida and below the front in here and pulling it up into the Outer Banks area. And again, area of low pressure forecast to move off the mid-Atlantic and get about right in here. And it's right in here this weekend over the next 72 hours that we're going to be watching for that area of low pressure to develop, because if we can get a decent enough northeast fetch in here, there's already some northerly swell out here in the northwest Atlantic. We'll show you that here in just a second. But if an area of low pressure can develop out here, get some underlying 12 to 13 second northeast swell periods, and this area of low pressure develop, that could enhance some northeast ground swell heading in here towards Florida and the east coast of the United States. Here's what it looks like on the models now. This is for Friday, showing an area of low pressure just to the south of southern New England in here. And then when we get into the 72 hours, you can see how it now moves it out to the Atlantic. Now, there is a little northeast fetch coming in off the top of this. Winds should go light along the East Florida coast coming up for this weekend. Take you out to Saturday, and here's where the models begin to kind of break it down and elongate it, but there's still good northeast fetch coming off this past the Outer Banks and then aimed in here towards northeast Florida and East Florida coast. When we get to the 96-hour swell model, here is the 12 to 13 second northerly swell that's coming in here just south of Greenland, and you can see that this is pushing down in here towards the central Atlantic. Zooming in a little bit closer, here's where this area of low pressure is supposed to develop right in here, and you can see just on the verge of some 12 to 13 second northerly swell there. And you can see that where this area of low pressure is as we get closer to the coast. Look how this swell direction now starts to change out of the northeast in here, down in here towards Florida. So that's what's giving us hope and the call for a possible surf alert coming. We'll just have to see over the next 72 hours how this area of low pressure sets up in here just to the northwest of Bermuda. That's all we got for you for now, guys. Stay tuned for the next update.